Hey, maybe let's start. People will join in if they're interested. Uh, just to brief about myself, I'm Sandeep. I started my career as a developer and then moved to pen testing and then working on automation and pen testing both now. I have overall 15 years of experience on the automation and development. Uh, that's brief about me. Like I work as a QA coach and a framework developer with a startup. Can we go quick round of introduction of yourself?
So I'm Pratiksha Patel and I am working as a QA automation engineer. Currently, I am working on Selenium with Java and using library Cucumber. And my next project is going to start soon with the Playwright with Java.
Playwright with Java, is it?
Yeah. It is going to start with Playwright with Java.
Okay, yep. Pratik, Pratik,
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Pratik.
Yeah. Hello, good evening. Myself Pratik. I had 10 plus years of experience in QA industry as a manual tester. Initially joining as a game tester, and after switching to pure manual testing. Okay, currently, I'm looking for the Selenium with Playwright here to switch to the automation sector. Yeah,
Oh,
that's it from my side.
okay, nice. Uh, Atul, do you want to go with a quick round of introduction? Atul, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Atul. I am Atul Kumar, and I have 3 years of experience in software testing.
Hmm.
And I work on the manual and automation both. So uh, I have currently working on the automation project for Selenium WebDriver with Java.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Ravi.
Hi, sorry, I'm a little bit late. So, I've got a um different skill set to be honest. I'm more into management side of it, yeah. So as a test lead, test manager, but looking into trying to do something in automation, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great. Yes. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Hmm. Can you guys see my screen? Can someone confirm if it is
Yes,
visible?
I can see
Yes,
this.
yes, it is visible.
Okay, yep.
But is it possible to increase the size of the screen? It's roughly, I would say,
Is it good? A little more. Is it fine now?
Yeah, I
it,
think this is fine.
Okay, fine. Maybe like we are very few of us, like only four of you. Uh, let's go with your experience towards the automation. You just gave like you guys like mostly working on automation, except one. Okay. So any reason for like joining the playwright session?
I want to learn Playwright. I don't have idea about Playwright, so
Okay. Okay.
and it common on the market new. So I explore and learn and then use on the project.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Any other reasons for joining the playwright sessions from anyone else? Okay. So what are the major automation tools that you guys hear about in the market?
Selenium, REST Azure,
Selenium,
APM,
APM, Playwright,
Cucumber.
Tosca.
Okay, Selenium, APM, Tosca,
REST Azure,
Rest Assured. Okay,
Cypress,
Cypress, Playwright. Yep. Anything else?
QTP. It is outdated, but
UTP is
it was there.
almost like outdated. I think
Outdated, yeah.
it
UFT.
applies. Yep. What is the other tool that you guys were saying?
FM.
Can you spell it out, sir?
TestNG,
Hmm? AF?
No, we already written over there. Appium.
Oh, Appium is it? Okay.
Yes. It's JMeter.
JMeter is mostly towards the load and performance, not the UI automation.
Okay.
Okay, so mostly like, yeah,
TestNG,
TestNG is not a tool, it's a framework.
yes, framework.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So mostly like, if you majorly look into the market, you keep hearing about like Selenium. Okay, after that, like the Cypress and Playwright in the recent days. Yeah, okay, so there are limitations with the tools, Cypress and Playwright, and every tool has its own advantages and disadvantages. How many of you are working on Selenium currently?
Me,
Me. Yep.
Okay. Anyone else working on Selenium now?
me,
Okay,
Atul.
Atul. Yeah. Okay. So, any issues or drawbacks with the Selenium?
Like program related to dynamic element part.
Okay. Okay.
There is like a weight issue, synchronization issue,
Dynamic elements.
finding locators.
Yeah, weight issues, sync issues. Uh, Locator. Yeah.
Yeah, finding like a dynamic locators, that is also challenging.
Yeah, dynamic elements. Someone already said it. How about the reportings?
Yeah, about reporting, we need to depend on third-party tool.
Okay.
It
So,
doesn't have like a reporting
yeah,
facility.
integration, third-party report integrations. Anyone came across like the speed issue, execution speed issues? Did you see like Selenium is comparatively, did you get a chance to look into the other tools like
Yeah, compared to I think Playwright, it is slower
yeah,
for
the
execution.
when you compare with Selenium with the Playwright and Cypress, Selenium is comparatively slower than these two. So the execution speed. Okay. So like these are, I don't say like these are the drawbacks. Every tool has its own drawbacks and then features. So like few of these have an issues with the Selenium, and so people started looking into the Playwright and Cypress, which are like market. The market is moving towards the JavaScript tools. There will be like multiple reasons for it. So if you look at the current trend in the automation in the market, like every team, every company is expecting the developers has to contribute to the automation in every sprint. Do you guys see it in your companies, like developers contributing to the automation, or only QA team works on automation?
For me, like QA team, they take care of all like manual automation both.
Okay, so developers don't contribute to the automation.
No.
Okay. So how about others? Like only QA team works on automation, or even the dev team works? Okay. So at least in the startups and mid range companies, the developers are expected to contribute towards the automation. So like most of the front-end developers are comfortable with JavaScript, and so that's the reason like one looking towards the JavaScript automation tools. Selenium supports JavaScript, but like it takes time to build a complete framework, and execution issues and all speed issues are there when you run it in the parallel. It has its own features, but like there are few drawbacks with the Selenium. So if you look at like any new automation starting in the project, people are like evaluating most of the tools. Like so, if any project, like if they want to start with, so they evaluate the tools available in the market. But when you list out the drawbacks and features of the tools, like people are like choosing between Cypress and Playwright, depending on the skill set of the team. Uh, yeah. So what like when you when you start writing an automation, what are you look into? Like what are considered before starting the automation? Any inputs, like what generally the team or QA lead or QA manager will be looking into before starting automation in the project? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like if any project starting with the UI or a functional automation, so what are being considered in the project for the automation, especially in terms of the automation? Nothing?
So there should be like execution speed, report generation
Yeah.
facility,
One is like reports.
speed to
Yeah.
overcome with synchronization issue, weight
Speed.
issue,
Yep.
and I think overall execution time.
Yeah, that's like
That
part
is
of the
speed,
team.
yeah.
Yep.
Because when you run suit, at that time it takes suppose long time, right?
Yeah, I
So
mean, I'm
they want
using.
to overcome with that.
Yep. Anything else like considered when you start automation framework or a project? Yeah, exactly. As Ravi said, ROI is one of the major thing that every manager or like a tech lead is considered about. Another thing is like looking at what can be automated and what not. So the tool support, basically. Tool support.
Is it free or like a paid tool?
Yeah, license and feasibility analysis and tech stack also. Yep. So like feasibility analysis, mostly like people take up to like 7, 8, or 10 scenarios, the corner cases, and evaluate on the multiple tools. And heard about like maintainability?
Yeah, and the resource skill set.
Yeah, the tech stack and skill set, yes.
Yeah.
and scalability.
Yeah, that's for the forecast or the anticipated increase in tests.
Yep, exactly. So the scalability, maintainability are like of the framework, and even the tool support is like one of the major thing that has to be considered before you start with the automation. So basically, we look into all these like before we start any automation. It could be like UI, API, mobile, and even have you like did you guys use any APIs in between for UI automation?
No, sir, I am not using.
Okay. So this is also like one of the
Sir, can you little bit talk about scalability, meaning what context
the
we need to
scalability
check?
is like the scalability of the framework. Like say when you are starting with 15-20 scenarios, it looks good. Like every tool supports the minimal number of tests and all. But going further, when you are looking to automate hundreds of the scenarios, like scaling up your automation suite. So like when you started, you will be starting with like 10-15 scenarios, but like when it grows, maybe with down the line of 1 year, it is expected to grow at least 700-800 scenarios or 500 plus scenarios. So when you look into a tool, like the scalability is like looking at the aspect of how much scalable is the framework is generally called the scalability. So if can you run like say can you maintain 200 scenarios or 300 scenarios in the same framework? And what are the issues that you can that generally people face on scaling up the framework? So maybe you can start with a simple take an example of a simple login scenario. Okay. And if you want to scale up the login scenarios, maybe you can take like 100-150 users. So you'll go with the large amount of data. And can you like run the same login with 150 users, and how easy is that? So when you run it in the parallel, how feasible is it to run your automation? The scalability is basically about like scaling up the number of scenarios and how your framework supports in terms of that. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. And also like
Like
say, uh,
a Playwright support like performance testing part,
people don't use Playwright for the performance.
but the
It's
scalability like for like performance partner.
performance is like when you are looking at the data driven in your UI framework. So I just gave an example. So there will be like your functional test could be sometimes data driven.
Okay.
So in terms of that, like say if you look at the data driven aspect of the framework, how easy to maintain the your test data.
As compared to like Selenium, it is faster as compare scalability part.
Yeah, the scalability in the scalability aspects like Playwright is much supportive than the Cypress and Selenium. But in terms of the like if you look at the ROI of the Cypress is much more higher than the Playwright. Because like Cypress, you have everything built in. You have a reportings built in, you have a dashboard built in. And even like if you compare like the number of lines of the code in Cypress and Playwright, so if you'll end up writing like less than half of the lines of code in Cypress, but it has its limitation. Cypress cannot support the multi-tab, so that's one of the major drawback in Cypress. Okay, the iframe support is limited in Cypress, but Playwright there is no limitation on that.
So is Cypress paid tool or
Cypress is a open sourcer, like, but when it comes to the Cypress dashboard is a paid one.
oh, okay. And
Yeah.
Playwright is it fully free or it's paid?
Playwright is a open source from Microsoft.
So it doesn't have any support like dashboards.
No, it doesn't have a built-in dashboard, but there are there are few dashboards which can be integrated with the Playwright.
Ah, okay. Same like Selenium.
Same like Selenium, and like the dashboard is almost similar as a Cypress dashboard, but
Right.
you have to go with the license for that.
Oh, you have to
Dashboards are not free.
even for Playwright, yeah, you need to
Yeah,
buy
even for the
license.
Playwright, it's not free. I mean, Playwright, there is no default dashboard concept
Uh-huh.
like Cypress, but there are few dashboards available in the market which can be integrated with Playwright.
So you need to license them, you need to buy
Yeah,
them.
you need to buy them.
How
Yes.
about the reports?
The reports also like similar. You have to go with the third party reportings.
Okay, so it's similar to that, right?
Yeah,
So
you can
so
get a built-in report, which is like you can build on your own report by loggings and all. But like if you want, you can integrate the other third party reports also.
right. So I mean without dashboards and with I mean Playwright cannot be a full-fledged end-to-end tool. So you need to buy something.
So generally people buy dashboards to see the executions in the execution, see the top failures, which all the tests are like taking longer, which are the major failures.
Right.
You can run it in the branch and then see like how the tests are going on. So the dashboards are very helpful when you integrate with the CI.
Oh, okay.
So that's where the dashboards comes into picture.
But then you can integrate it with Jenkins and that can give you results at the end.
You can integrate with the Jenkins, but you cannot maintain the reports for the previous execution reports. So you can like simply integrate with the Jenkins. It will run the test, but
Yeah.
you can see only the current test report. If you want to look at the trend of failures which are taking the
Yeah.
longer and
Mm-hmm.
all, like which are the major failures across, like when you scale up your framework and the test, so the dashboards will be helpful in that point of time.
So do we have any open source dashboards as well, even the basic ones? Because if
Not
my
really.
client, if my
Not
client doesn't want to pay anything for the tool,
not
and
really, sir.
okay, because most of the people nowadays advocates that, you know,
Yeah,
world is open source. Why should I pay for it?
exactly.
It's very hard to convince them.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Cypress dashboard license is like not that high. It's like $90 when you start with the developer license. If you
Uh-huh.
go with the team, it will be a little costlier. But to start, like these dashboards are not much costly,
Okay.
but there is a budget.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? So
Yes.
yeah, can I have developer dashboard and use it on one server? That's it.
Maybe you need to talk to the dashboard support team for that.
No, that's fine. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll keep shut now. I've asked
No
enough.
worries, no worries. You can ask questions. So these are like generic questions that you always has to answer when you are starting with the framework,
Yeah.
the tool. Yeah. So anyone heard about a tool called Puppeteer, which is end of life now, but like heard
Yes,
about
I
it?
have. I
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
I have worked on that
Okay, you worked on it.
few
I
years
haven't worked,
ago.
but I
Yeah.
heard about like the UI part, especially script. Angular applications kind of they are more used by the team.
Yeah.
Something like
So it was like very famous for the Angular application. So uh, and now it is end of life. So the Microsoft took fork from the Puppeteer and started with the Playwright. So now the Playwright is like the fork of the Puppeteer tool, and it supports multiple languages now. It supports C Sharp, Java, JavaScript, Python. It supports like most of the languages available in the market. So that's where that like Playwright is started with, and it's maintained by the Microsoft, which is a open source. And it has like very good support in terms of bug fixes and releasing the active. I mean, the releases are like very active, and you see a lot of releases happening in terms of bug fixes and all. So it has a good support. So the tool support is like very major when when you are deciding of the framework and tools. because if you choose a tool which doesn't have a good support, you always has to spend time fixing the bugs, or if you come across any difficulties in automating. So the tool support is like major thing that you have to look into the look into when you are choosing a tool for your project. Similarly, the execution reports, the license is like again budget. Like now, every team is like moving towards open source tools. And the feasibility and tech stack is like, so if you choose your tool, how much I mean, how much automation can be, how much feasibility can be done like for the automation scenarios? Like, so can you cover like 80% of scenarios, 90%? So it's not that 100% scenarios can be automated in any project. So there will be some limitation in one or the other way. So feasibility analysis has to be done. So the tool support, like say when you are choosing the Cypress, so there are some limitations, something like multi-tabs. That is one of the thing that you have to keep in your mind when you are looking at the Cypress. So along with that, like the tech stack. So it's how quickly you can learn, or like your team skill set matters. So if you are like comfortable with the JavaScript, Java or C Sharp, you can go with the Playwright. But the Cypress, if you want to choose, you have to choose only with the JavaScript. So there are like some limitations that you have to keep it in mind. So the tech stack also matters and the skill set. So the maintainability is like every tool framework looks good when it is small with a less number of scenarios. But like going further, when you are adding up like 100, 150 scenarios, the maintainability comes into the picture. So you have to make sure that the code duplications are not there. People are like maintaining all coding standards, and there is no. I mean, you are going. Your framework is like going with the reusability. So that comes into the picture. So the maintainability is like again when you're scaling the number of tests in your tool. So the maintainability comes into picture. So that has to be looked into on choosing a tool. Yeah, the scalability, ROI. So as I said, like comparatively, like Selenium, Cypress, and Playwright, the ROI of the Cypress is much higher than these tools. But again, like it all depends on the project type and the skill set. So if you want to go with the Cypress, it has to be JavaScript or TypeScript. It doesn't support other languages. So the ROI also matters. So
So what all languages Playwright supports? Sorry,
Playwright supports C Sharp, JavaScript, Python, Java. It supports all the major languages available in the market.
so what are we going to use in this course?
We are going to use with the TypeScript.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, that's fine. So I mean, if I choose Playwright and automate using JavaScript,
Hmm.
and on the in parallel, if I choose Cypress and automate using JavaScript,
Hmm.
will there be a difference? I mean, will the number of lines and code be different?
The Cypress always like you'll end up writing the lesser number of code compared to Selenium or Playwright.
Mm-hmm.
But it has a limitations. So the limitations with the multi tabs and even the iframes. If your application is like extensively using the iframes, it little bit tricky with the Cypress.
Ah,
And
okay.
mouse actions, keyboard actions are like some limited support with the Cypress. So you have to keep that in the mind.
Hmm. And does both support what do you call it? BDD, Cucumber
Yeah, both
support?
support BDD and Cucumber. Cypress supports BDD and Playwright also supports BDD.
Okay. Right. So I need to jump off. I'll see the recording, yeah, for the rest of the session. My last question, just wanted to check, does Playwright support Python?
Yeah, Playwright supports Python.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. Right. So, sorry, I mean, I joined a little late. Can I ask your name, please?
I'm Sandeep.
Oh, hi, Sandeep. Right. So I need to jump off, and
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll see the
Yeah,
recordings.
no
Yeah.
worries.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Cheers.
Any other questions from anyone? Atul?
What are the content for this playwright? And
Sorry, what was the question?
Content, what content you cover, and
Okay.
its limitation.
I'll share the content by tomorrow. I did not prepare the content, course content. I'll share it by tomorrow. Maybe I'll share it with Rahul, and Rahul will circulate across. So we'll cover like most of the Playwright features.
So you continue, yeah, some other person will continue.
I'll continue with the sessions.
Okay.
Yep.
So TypeScript cover, yeah, not cover because I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean,
idea
we'll be going with the Playwright with the TypeScript, which is a default language. People will choose with the Playwright.
because I don't have idea about TypeScript. I work on a Java. So
Okay, we'll take like few TypeScript sessions, and maybe for like 2 3 days, whatever is needed for the Playwright automation. We'll not discuss in depth of the TypeScript, but we'll take like 2 3 sessions on the TypeScript, and then we'll go with the Playwright. Okay. Yep. Any other questions from anyone? So the course is
Sandeep, I have one question.
yeah,
So with this, as you are saying that dashboard part comes very useful when you integrate with a CI part.
yep.
So this Playwright can be fully integrated with like other DevOps and CI tools like maybe Docker, Cloud, Kubernetes, and all those things. It can be properly integrated.
Yeah, it has a support for the Docker, but Kubernetes, I'm not really sure, but it has support for the Docker
Okay.
and
And
the other
about it,
CI/CD tools like Jenkins and GitHub Actions. It's all supported.
okay, this Azure DevOps and all those things are supported.
Azure DevOps, like you generally run the test in the pipeline. Apart from that, like, are you looking at any specific features in the Azure DevOps that has to be integrated
Not
with?
for running only, the running purpose
Yeah, running it supports.
supported. Okay.
Yep.
One more question. But as you said that only most entire your course duration mostly
Hmm.
focus on the Playwright tools and features or the language supporting you? Are you like as you said just
No, no.
before that few session will be on the language and then mostly will be the tool, right?
Yeah, it will be like say 3 to 4 sessions on TypeScript, and then we go with the Playwright
Okay. What
because
will be
like
the total duration of session?
it will be mostly for like 1.5 month.
1.5. Okay.
Yep, 45 days. So the 45 days, like, so we go like 3 sessions in a week. So it will be like Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and mostly 1.5 month.
Okay, so Sandeep, the next class would be on Monday, right?
Yeah, on Monday. Yes.
Okay, next. Okay.
Next class will be on Monday. Maybe we'll decide like depending on number of nominations for the course. So today we are just going with the demo. Maybe Rahul is the right person to decide when to start with. Okay. So we'll be going with the TypeScript and Playwright. And let's see like if we can cover the Cucumber. So how many of you worked on the JavaScript or a TypeScript? Did anyone work on the JavaScript or TypeScript? Yes, no. Okay, how many of you like worked on any other language? Not really JavaScript, but could be .NET, I mean C# or Java.
So I have worked with Java
Okay, yeah, Bipin. Okay, how about others?
and TypeScript. I don't know anything. So can you guide me like that where to follow? And is this any wrapper
I-
or any other language?
I'll start with the TypeScript, that's fine. But like if you are comfortable with one language, learning the other language is much easier.
Yeah, that is not a problem. Like
Yep.
I know a little bit of Python as well.
Then
I
great.
I know Java and C Sharp.
Yeah, that's fine. Like so, is there anyone who worked on only the pure manual testing? No automation at all. Anyone?
Hi, uh, hi Sandeep. This is Sulva. So I am working as a manual tester only.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to like know the people whoever is joining. Just wanted to decide. I mean, decide the course content based on the people experience. So if there are like many manual, then we'll start. We'll cover little more coding concepts, and then we'll go with the playwright. If someone is comfortable with any one language, it's easier for them to understand, like writing the logic and all. So that's the reason for asking these questions.
So it is like a weekend batch, yeah, daily
It's a
batch.
weekday batch, no weekend batch.
So when it started first session?
It will mostly start by next week.
Okay. Next
Okay.
week, like Monday.
Yeah, it will be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. The time will be like 9 to 10, 1 hour sessions. 9
Evening
to 10
time, na?
p.m.
Evening.
Yeah, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
And what are the limitation of like Playwright? What I can do and do in Playwright?
Playwright, the dashboard is a limitation, and you should be knowing the coding. Like it's not like Cypress. So Cypress, even if you know a little bit of coding, you can manage it. But for the Playwright, you should be knowing like async await and a little more. Like if you're going with the JavaScript or TypeScript, you should be knowing async awaits and creating the page objects and little bit of design concepts.
So like synchronous purpose I use, na? Async await.
Yes. So
Little bit give us a brief idea about desktop.
desktop
Sorry, dashboard.
dashboard. Okay, I'll just brief about it. Don't worry. I'll be covering the dashboard also. Okay. Uh,
So can you
any
just
other
add
questions?
a little bit of TypeScript in the class so that, because
Yes, sir. Like that's what I
main
have done.
challenge is the TypeScript, the Playwright is like good, but the TypeScript will be little challenge.
I mean,
If
if you know one language, it is not very challenging. So that's why I'm trying to cover like 3 to 4.
okay, because I haven't even searched about TypeScript yet because uh, I did not get any time. I
Yeah.
thought like I will start only when a course will get start. So
Yeah. That I mean, that's like not only with you, sir. Like it's the same with everyone. So unless until you need it, you don't focus on it in learning.
yeah, I mean, I keep thinking that I'll do, but I never do TypeScript and JavaScript. So yeah, I mean, if you take one or two class, na means thoroughly. So
No, that's what. Like so, I added like 3 to 4 sessions on the TypeScript, then the Playwright.
ठीक.
Okay. Okay.
And the
Sandeep,
reporting part, which tool
Which
you use?
language is in demand right now for Playwright?
Playwright, you see most of it with the JavaScript or TypeScript or the Python and C sharp. So it depends on the skill set, ma'am. Like that's what I said. So when you look into the automation framework, you always consider the team skill set. So if your team is comfortable with Java, then you can go with the Java. If your team is like comfortable with the C sharp, people go with the C sharp. So there is no limitation on the choosing the language. So it all depends on the team skill set. Okay. Uh, yep. Any other question?
Sandeep, you were saying about sorry, um, 2, 3 minutes
Yeah.
before you were explaining about what we should know about TypeScript. Luckily, where you were saying about some design concept and page object, some other thing you're also explaining.
Yeah. TypeScript basic.
I missed that point.
Yeah. So yeah, I generally suggest to start with this TypeScript It has like the brief on what is TypeScript and what other like the control flows, functions and then classes and all. So it's not, it's like, say, if you look at one, say something like classes, so it's like very brief. And like they'll say like how to write the class in the TypeScript, how to create a object of it and all. So that's why I just prefer this one, the TypeScript tutorial.net. But if you want to learn in detail, you can go with some other resources also.
It's little like Java only, right?
I mean, you cannot compare Java with the TypeScript or JavaScript. It's somewhat similar to the JavaScript with little more enhancements.
Yeah, I mean, not like Python, but
Yeah,
like,
not like Python.
yeah,
Python is like
this is
bit.
more like I mean, if I feel like Java, I work on Java now, so I am comparing with that.
Yeah. I mean, when you compare with JavaScript, it's almost similar with
Mm-hmm.
a few more enhancements and few more conditions added. I mean, I did not work on the Python. I know like little bit coding on the Python, but like not really in depth. So the Python is like completely different. Right?
Yeah, that is what like Python is completely different, and this is okay. TypeScript.net, okay.
Yeah, TypeScript. Okay, so and yeah, we'll be covering the reportings. We'll be covering the CI/CD integrations. We'll go with the well. I cannot go with a demo, but like I can show you like how to integrate with the CI/CD tools. Maybe a demo script. Dashboards we'll see. Like again, it's a paid version. So if I don't have a license, maybe we can subscribe for a license in the end, and we can see with the dashboards.
Acha, when you say dashboard, what do you mean by dashboard? Like in extent report or where you're saying dashboard?
Uh, so I can show with the Cypress dashboard how it looks like. So the dashboards are like all your tests results will be like pushed to the dashboards. So how many failures, how many screenshots, like videos and all the executions. So it has like complete analysis analytics of your runs. So how many runs you did it, like what was the duration of it, how many test cases, like what are the top failures, slow tests, like the most common error, flaky tests, and all you can get with the dashboards. Like say you can see last 7 days or like last 30 days report. Like you can get the data from the last 30 days. And if you're using
So
like
this is which dashboard? I mean, what?
this is Cypress dashboard.
So like that you're saying there is a Playwright dashboard.
Playwright dashboards are there, but the look those are the paid ones.
But what is
Like,
the profit of this? I mean, we have extent report. Why do we need these things? I mean,
you have an extent report, but like so can you see like last 30 days failures in the extent report in one go?
okay, but we are having lot of third party tool like Device Labs, something and all, all the third party companies they are providing this kind of tools. Like
Oh,
the
that's what, sir. Like even the dashboard is what I'm saying.
okay.
Yep, dashboard is like the similar. So all your execution status will be pushed to the dashboard. You can see like say which all the tests are really flaky and what are the common errors. Like if some test is like taking a lot of time, so you need to focus and then fix it.
Sir, is it free?
The Cypress dashboard is like few runs are free, but like when you integrate with your automation suite, you'll end up and you that like free will be exhausted and you have to pay the license for it. So this is also not free. You have to pay license for it. The trials you can just play around. There is a limitation of like Cypress. Uh, so like these are the free. Like when you are a starter, like you can just go with 500 test run results a month. But like these 500 test run results will end up in 2 3 days when you are integrated with the CI/CD. So you have to go with like team license or a business ones. Similarly with the Playwright. Okay. And maybe the tools what you need is like VS Code and like some plugins, few plugins in VS Code. Those are enough. So to run with the TypeScript, you need Node to be set up, Node.js on your machine, and that's it. Like Node and VS Code is like good to go with. Okay.
So how about Eclipse?
Eclipse is also fine, but like I suggest to go with VS Code if you are working on the TypeScript or a JavaScript.
Okay.
Eclipse also supports JavaScript or TypeScript, but like VS Code is like more preferred.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Like people are used to VS Code because if you are working on Java.
Yeah, VS Code has a lot of shortcuts than this Eclipse, and it has got some better suggestion compared to Eclipse.
Yes. If you have IntelliJ is preferred, but IntelliJ again like the community edition is okay, but like uh, the license one is like much costlier for the IntelliJ. If you want to choose between IntelliJ and VS Code, you can go with the IntelliJ. But if you are looking at the open source, the VS Code is good.
So
Okay.
you are doing this on Mac or Windows?
I have Mac, so I'll continue with the Mac.
Okay.
If you have any issues with the Windows, maybe I'll help you out to fix.
No. I was also having Mac. I was seeing this, so I was confirming just that whether I'm seeing Windows in full
No, no,
screen.
no. I shared only the browser, not everything, I think. Yeah. So, I mean, as the setup part and all like simple, you don't need to go, it's like not much. Any other questions? Else we'll go with a demo.
So Sandeep, just like the setup point about. So if you help us with the documents, with the steps, so that we can make our system ready before your next session.
Yeah, I'll share that, sir. Like the setting up Playwright is like much simpler. Let me share my screen. Uh, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, still seeing this Playwright
Yeah,
demo.
yeah, that's fine. Can you see the VS Code window now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with a simple demo. Okay, so I created a folder, so nothing in it. Okay, so just to start with, like I open the folder. I open the folder. Playwright demo. Let me pull it down. Okay, so there is nothing on the project. So to set it up, like you can just go with install Playwright. Okay, test install Playwright. It will ask you like which are the browser supports you need. So the Chromium, Firefox, WebKit, and just GitHub Actions for the workflows. I just added. By default, it will be the TypeScript, and if you want to go with JavaScript, you can choose it. Else, if you want to go with the TypeScript, yeah, let it be unchecked. Okay, so I just selected it. So it's installing the Playwright. You can see like all the project. I mean the structure has been created. Okay, the framework, the basic framework is ready. So you have some tests also which you can run it. So if you go to the plugins, so there is a Playwright. So the Playwright for VS Code, this is like it's good to install it. So I already have installed it. So you can install the Playwright plugin, and once you install it, you can see like the run symbol. So this test is about like it's opening the playwright.dev and then making sure that there is a title. Okay, it has a title Playwright. Okay, so if you want to run the test, you can just click on it. Okay, it's a very simple test. So the title verification started. So again, like if you want to go with this, you can just run it. Okay, and if you want to run it in the UI mode, npx playwright test UI. So this will be running it in the UI mode. So you'll see like you'll get used to it when you start writing on it. So this is a test that you need that was like verifying the title. So it's by default it's running in the 3 browsers. You can configure in the Playwright config which are the browsers that you has to run. So by default it's running in all 3. So if you want to run with only the Chrome, you can just comment the other 2. And say I think Internet Heroku login page. Like so there is a simple login page which we can just automate using the Playwright. So the Heroku has like if you are learning the automation, so this is the best one to refer to. There is a login and I don't want to write the complete script. So just using the ChatGPT just to verify the login. We'll see like how to write it, but like just for the demo, I'm using this. So there are like 2 tests added. One is like successful login and invalid login. And yeah, let me copy this code. Just pasting it. So you can run the entire test or like you can go with a single test.
So .ts is for TypeScript,
Yeah, .ts is for the TypeScript.
and .spec is simply you're giving, or what is it?
The spec is like for the the Playwright specs. Spec files is like the test files for the Playwright.
Okay.
Yeah, here like just to go to any URL, it is like page.goto and the URL, and it has a IDs like if you inspect it, you could see like the IDs. It has a username ID, so they are just using the same hash username and fill with some valid password and username and password. On button click, maybe they are verifying that you are logged in into a secure area. So if you just log in with this, this is a valid login, right? Yep. So once login, you can it's been verified like the secure area. So similarly for the invalid, say like the username and invalid login. So basically like it just added like 2 tests. One is with the successful and invalid logins. So this is how you write. Like say if you are writing in a page object, you'll create a separate page for this. And if it is like in one page, if you want to write, you can just go ahead with this. So let's see like converting into the page object.
Sandeep, did you try the DeepSeek? They're better than the ChatGPT.
Uh, deep secret.
Yeah.
I did not try it out.
Yeah, it's a much better than the Response is
Okay.
faster and better. Yeah, I tried.
Okay, let me try it. I used to charge GPT. So
Even though it's like a ChatGPT model or the paid version, and DeepSeek,
okay.
they are the free, but giving the
So,
better response. Uh,
okay.
DeepSeek has kind of moved the world the way
Yeah,
they have.
I read the news about it, but like I did not use the DeepSeek.
Yeah.
Let me try it out.
Their architecture and everything is totally different. This Chinese guy.
Oh, nice. And maybe like if you look at the trend now, writing the page objects and everything is much simpler. So you can simply copy paste your like this is a page that is available. So you can, I mean, you can just ask for the like the login script for this. But if not, also like you can just copy paste the HTML code into the player in the ChatGPT and ask for the page object. So the most of the time, like you don't need to spend writing the page objects or a method. So you just need to focus on the logic that you're writing on it. So again, like even any automation tool that you are using, try to use these AI concepts, which will make your life easier. So this is like, see, I don't need to even spend a minute of time. So I got it into the page object format. Like you can see, like the login page has been created, and go to is like to go to the URL, the login method, and verifying the flash messages. So try to use the AI like as much as possible in your automation also, because it will help you a lot.
Yeah, but it is very bad as well. Sometimes it does not cover all the cases, and you cannot over dependent on this.
No, so like uh, it's not like over dependent. It's
You can take just little help, but
that's what like say.
you cannot just dependent on that, because if you follow this once, no, like your life is gone. Like you'll be lazy. Okay, okay, I will type on this, and you'll get the code. You'll start writing.
Yes, sir. Like even
Uh,
so, there are like always the drawbacks and
yeah. So
the advantages. So the advantage is like your work will be done at least 5x faster.
correct. But in interview they don't allow, na. He use
No,
AI
in the
to
interview part, you have to
answer.
prepare. You should know the concept.
Correct. So
Yep.
But in companies, they have allowed, like, even
Huh.
though banking sector companies have started allowing
Yeah,
chat GPT in their
every company
developer,
is allowing. Every company is allowing one of the other AI tools.
chat
uh,
GPT model.
somehow they are trying their they are testing their models with the companies now. So yes.
They
Uh,
have different, like if for companies, the different model as compared to open source, but everybody in Capita, like especially people,
yeah.
investment bank are kind of more secure and protocol and security issue. Even they are using chat GPT in their developer environment.
Yes. So companies are buying the license to write the unit and integration tests. So the unit testing is like you don't need to sit and write down the unit and integration test. Like so you can just use a chat GPT. And even for the automation, like so it's anyway the open, like if you look at the any web application that people can access outside. So you can take a help of AI to write your scripts. So it's like a bit faster than sitting and writing it. Okay, so like this is like you can just copy paste the pages and then run the test again. It just being a demo, I don't want to write like that script. So I just wanted to save some time. Yeah, so this is our like playwright sessions that how it will be.
So
And the
the
code
test case are getting executed in headless mode, or like
uh,
it
here
is headless
it's
mode, I
using
guess.
the browser, sir. Here using
No,
the
but we cannot see the browser getting launched and doing validation. So it's in headless mode, right?
it's in the headless mode, but like
Mhm.
it's running it on the three
We need
browser.
to make it true, then we can see the
Yeah. I can change the headless. Headless is like,
headless dot said headless. Some
yeah, we can change that and run it, sir. Like it's not
mm.
a big deal.
Yeah. So just asking, not a
Yeah.
big deal. You can move on.
So like that's how the course will be like. We'll be having 3 or 4 sessions on the TypeScript. Uh, and then we'll go with the Playwright. So if someone wants to refer to the documentation, so the Playwright dev.dev, and it is from the Microsoft. So you have like good support in terms of the tools, and you can see like the list of versions. So I think they recently released 1.5. Okay, 1.5 is the latest one. So we'll go with the 1.5. And if you compare like the tools, like you can see so we can see like some comparison like the overview of Playwright, Selenium, and Cypress. I like tried to cover few of it. If I'm missing any, we can see it. So the language support for the Playwright, it has like JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, C Sharp, and Java. So the Cypress is like strict to the JavaScript and TypeScript. Like the Selenium support even the Ruby and other languages. Test runners are like built in Cypress, and Cypress test runner is there. For the Playwright, it's a built-in, like is what we saw it. Like so, this is the test runner. Selenium uses the external test runner, something like JUnit and TestNG. So headless mode by default, Playwright is a headless mode. Even the Cypress is also the same. The browsers, Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. But like when it comes to the Cypress and Selenium, Selenium has like little more coverage, like Safari and IE. Mobile emulation, it's a built-in, like it will render the mobile view on the browser, but like not the native support. The Cypress doesn't have a mobile support. The Selenium has a mobile support with the APM. Like everything like support cross browser, but like Cypress doesn't support the Safari or Firefox. And parallel execution, like it's there with all the tools. Like when you want to go with the parallel execution, it is in the Cypress. You have to go with the dashboard. Okay. And native support like GitHub Actions, Jenkins, it supports all the CI/CD tools. When it comes to the intercepting the API and APIs like Playwright and Cypress supports, the Selenium doesn't have a built-in. So if you are working with Selenium Java, you can use the rest assured along with the Selenium. Mocking the APIs is not supported in the Selenium. So the mocking APIs, anyone have any idea on that? Like what is mocking?
Yeah, like you can, hold the API request and change the response.
Yeah. So
So that is like,
mocking. So mocking is something like if your dev is not ready, so you can use a mock response to render it on the browser. So that is all like basically mocking is. Shadow DOM, I think if someone has faced it, the Shadow DOM is like iframes are like little typical concepts. Like iframes you will see across, but like not the Shadow DOMs. Mobile Cypress doesn't have it, like Playwright has a bit support for the mobile. It's again the emulation. It renders into the browser in that mode, but like not doesn't have the support for the natives. The Selenium has support with APM. APM are like really good in terms of the mobile automation. And screenshots, videos, Cypress and the Playwright has good in that. Cypress, you always get a recorded video of your execution. The Playwright is also there. Debugging is also there. Sessions is really a good one with the Cypress and Playwright. So you can save a lot of time in terms of the execution when you're using the sessions. Automatic retries, test isolation. Yeah. So this is a summary, like when you compare with Cypress Playwright. So that's the reason, like you can see a lot of people are shifting towards Playwright and Cypress. You can also see like market. Uh, So even if you look at the job usage statistics, like the Cypress Playwright is good. So the market share of these Playwright and Cypress is increasing day by day than Selenium. So good to know like one of these tools, Cypress or Playwright. Still, like you could see like a lot of Selenium in the companies, which is a bit legacy. But like for the new projects, people are moving towards the Playwright and Cypress. Yeah, that's mostly of it. We'll let you know like maybe when it is starting, mostly by Monday. If there is a delay or like 1 or 2 days, we'll let you know in the group. Any other questions from anyone?
Sandeep, one question.
Yeah.
The demo which you showed, it look like the way in Selenium we load the Selenium jar file and everything. So here also we are just using the libraries of Playwright and
Ah,
using our own coding style to develop our framework and
yes.
to like
Yeah. So similar to the jars, it's a NPM dependencies.
yes, like since it's a part of a scripting language
Ah,
family, so we are using npm package to
yep.
load
Yep.
everything.
Yes.
So it's like in how we so you are going the here you have written only one single page straightforward in the like opening the URL and reading the
Ah,
header of the page. So in
yes.
our duration of our course, so are we going to implementing one proper framework like where we have a separation of data, object, and our classes, library, one trigger point to our framework. So that complete or just like you are going to
No, no, sir.
follow
Like
this
we'll
simple
be looking at the
pattern?
end-to-end
Uh,
implementation of the framework. We'll take a website and see like the possible. So the last I was like taking the Cypress course. We were using the automation exercise. So there is a like simple
okay.
shopping cart. So you could see like it has the test cases. I I prefer this one because like you have some test cases already written like 25, 26, and also there are like some API testing is also there. So there are like few public APIs are available. So you can just integrate the APIs here, and it's like simple shopping cart. You have a home login, so you have a sign up. Like you can sign up for a user, and you can purchase some products. So this has like some end-to-end scenarios. So if you look at the test cases, uh, it has like quite a good number of scenarios. So you
Okay.
can log in as a user, register with the email, and search for some products, adding the products to the cart, placing an order, and verify. You can download the invoice, like which is also download. Okay, and some house also has a upload. Like you have the scroll up and scroll down, some mouse actions. So we can take up this site and write some end-to-end scenarios. That was like a demo, so I did not want to spend time in writing it. So I just took a simple login scenario. But like I'll be covering the end-to-end scenarios here.
Yeah, that would be great because one framework if you implement, whether it can be
Yeah,
data driven, whatever maybe. So that one concept will be have we can have so we
I
apart from
can.
that we can develop on top of it.
Yeah, I can show you like what we did in the Cypress for the previous session. So we created some list of scenarios. So login, reading the fixtures, like each simple concept we took it independently. Like say reading the fixtures is one, registering the users is like with the data that how we can register.
Hmm.
And we had it split into the pages. So like different pages like home page, login page, and sign up, view cart. We also had like some utils like the calendar utils, date utils,
The
Excel,
page object model,
are
right?
using it. This is what you typically look in a framework, right?
Page
Yes, yeah,
object
yeah.
model.
So we'll be covering the same in terms of the playwright also. Like we took it for like multiple environments, how to handle the multiple environments. Like say if you are like three environments, dev QA and product. And here like in the package.json, so sanity, like how you run it in the parallel. So this was like the Cypress cloud, which is a dashboard. So the config files, env files, like even we had a fixtures for like if you want to buy a product on this category, like we had a fixture for that. So we are like there was some simple upload in one of the pages. So we just uploaded images. So we'll be like writing almost similar to this in the Playwright. It's not like one single script and then we are done with the course. So this is like I was using the way to automation site earlier, like there was resources practice site too, like there is a banking site basically. Like simple login from customer login manager, but like this has some limitations. So when you create a login, you cannot use it in the next test. But like this, you can create a user and then you can use it across the script. So it doesn't have a backend. So it even if you create a customer login, it will not be there for the next browser session. You have to do it every time. So that's why I choose like this one. So you have some, you can cover some end-to-end scenarios. So we'll be covering almost like creating a framework from scratch. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? Else we can wind up for the day.
Yeah, last
Same, right?
what I can.
Go ahead, like one after one.
So one, as you explaining about this chat GPT and all, I've also seen that. It's like writing code or code generation become very easy. But how to, if I request, like clarify the concept, if concepts are clear and how the things flow, if it is clear, then it's become very easy to grasp it, because writing code has
Sir,
now
like
become very easy. Like if you
it's
give
being a
some
demo, I
prompt,
took the help of ChatGPT, but like I'll not be using it in the next sessions. Don't worry.
okay.
Okay.
So then I'm thinking you are working on it and you have experience with Cypress, Playwright, and other tools also. So being a new to, I'm asking just like, please
No,
help
no.
us. You have some
I'll
document
be
and all.
like doing it manual. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just for the demo, I just took a script from the ChatGPT.
Okay. Yeah. No, because once concept is clear, then it
Yeah,
become very
that's it.
easy. Like once that like
I
Vipin
understood your
rightly
point.
said that I also have feel that once like human psychology is there, like if thing is very easily available, then don't try to pressure
No,
on
no,
mind.
I'll not be using the ChatGPT in the next sessions. It's just for the saving time in the demo. I just had a script from there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Someone else had a question.
Sir, I was asking about the time. It will remain same like India time, 9 p.m.
It will be like 9 to 10, what we had for the Cypress, but like let me check again with Rahul on the timings.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, it will be mostly 9 to 10, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah. Sulba, you had a question. You are asking
No,
something.
I'm
No?
good.
Okay. Yeah. If no other questions, thanks for your time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for the demo, sir.
Yep,
Thank
bye.
you.